You're listening to Proudly Set, the LGBTQ plus community podcast where members of the community and their allies come together to share their experiences, tell their stories. I'm your host, John Hyland, and let's get into the next episode. Back in Brewers. To be fair, we're back in Brewers because of this one. So thank you very much for the hospitality, but I'm joined by the fabulous KY Kelly.
Hi, girl. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you, other than hot?
Oh, on the hottest day of the year.
I know.
It's just homophobic in drag, isn't it?
Especially, so we're filming like in the middle. What month are we on? July.
July.
But this is out in September. So like, yeah, it's not drag friendly, is it, babes?
I literally feel like I want to walk around with an air conditioning unit all the time.
Oh.
But normally I have just a clack fan, but I think it'd look ridiculous walking around with a big aircon unit.
Well, I've seen loads of those little tiny little fans that are just like that.
Yeah.
Does it work?
No, I could probably fart better than that. Christ almighty.
So we're in Brewers because obviously you've got a gig later on tonight in the Village. Where's that one happening later?
Tonight I'm doing bar pop and then shimmying onto Via for a bit of Friday night club classics for KY.
The time that this is going out, Drag Race UK.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. So like, but what I love though is like Manchester's still like the love and the heart for you though, isn't it?
Absolutely.
The Village is where it is at.
Yeah, I always think like I've been doing drag for so long now, and I just think like I wouldn't be anywhere without these bars that took a chance on me years ago. And to like, I started as a drag DJ. Judge Jules, I am not. But I think like being a singer, I sort of knew what songs would get people on the dance floor, and I can chat shit for England. Can we swear?
Yes,
Yeah,
of course
there
you
we
can.
go.
Just
There
don't
we
say
go.
the C-bomb.
Okay, there we go. I will not say Christmas.
Most do actually say the C-bomb.
Because we're in July. Out in September. So started as a drag DJ, and then it all started with AD from The Eagle message and said, Danny Beard is leaving hosting Sunday service and we want you to take over.
Okay.
But they wanted this whole promotion thing to make it look like it was a drag competition. A drag competition? Who would enter a drag competition?
But what, as in to take on the gig? Or?
Yeah, so it was weird because I knew I had the gig.
Yeah.
And then there was 3 other girls, so we got a week each, and we had to like go on and like host the crowd and stuff. And I went first. So I knew I had the gig, and these poor 3 had to go on for the next 3 weeks. I was thinking, well, good luck, girls, because you ain't getting the gig.
They got a gig for a week.
Yeah, there you go.
They got their week's gig.
I know, and that was probably the most some of them have worked. So
I'm looking forward to this fucking season, Queen. Oh my God. Like, we've got a mutual friend in Darren Suarez. And when
love Darren.
When Darren found out I was speaking with you, he was like, just be ready.
Yeah. We always have a thing, me and Darren, good toes, naughty toes.
Yes, that's what he made me say to you. But that's like, to be fair, that was my introduction to you was when you done Sunday service. We used to come out as a House of Suarez little group every so often for little day drink. And then you. And I was like, oh, she's doing good shit.
Yeah.
She's doing good shit. So I need to ask, because I feel like in this day and age, drag names aren't as creative.
Okay.
KY Kelly. Yeah, it's funny. But like, where did that come from?
So I always wanted something a little bit girly, but something funny as well.
Yeah.
And my friend Kelly, she always said, I know, can you believe it? And she always said, oh, if I was to ever be a DJ on the gay scene, I'd call myself KY Kelly. And I just loved it. And I was like, well, can I use that name? And I was like, because clearly you're not going to work. I will work.
Yeah. And in drag.
She's a headmistress. She ain't going to be a DJ on the gay scene.
Can you imagine a headmistress doing KY Kelly?
I would love it. I would love it with her glasses.
Yeah.
Detention.
Hey, that's a vibe. Though.
Yeah, and I was like, can I nick that name? And after a little bit of to and fro, and she's like, oh, go on then. So that's her little claim to fame. She tells everyone. So God knows what she's going to be like when Drag Race comes out.
Her name is my fault.
I named her. Yeah.
There's no such thing as a drag mother or anything like that. Like the headmistress.
Yeah, the headmistress. Yeah.
Maybe she should be on the chase.
Yeah, that's probably because I was in detention a lot as well. Mind you, I was never at school to be in detention, but I know.
Doing well for yourself.
Yeah, you know. Who needs GCSEs when you just dress up as a bricklayer?
Fabulous bricklayer at that point, though. So when you say you did just drag DJing, so you were in drag, but you just DJ, you didn't do any hosting and performing at the time to begin with.
Yeah, so when I say drag DJing, you know, like when you would like sort of chat over the songs
A
and
bit
stuff.
personality
And like,
DJing,
you know,
yeah.
if people come in. Yeah, and it was just that. And it was quite funny because I'd worked as a singer for years before. I've always performed. And I'd come back to where I live in Rugeley in Staffordshire. And there used to be this iconic gay bar called the Amsterdam Bar.
Okay.
And the owner wanted to revive it. And I heard this on the grapevine. So even though I had not been doing drag at all, I'd been working away on a cruise ship as a male vocalist. I said, oh, hi, Ronnie. Yeah. Oh, I've just been working away for a year being a drag queen, you know, giving it the big sell, selling ice to the Eskimos. And then he was like, oh, come and do a gig. And I was like, shit, it's got real now.
Gotta do it now.
We've got to do this now. And yeah, I was like, spent ages trying to perfect my look and everything. And, you know, when you look back on pictures, you think, I mean, at the time, I thought I looked the dog's bollocks. And now I realised I looked shite. Literally, there's one picture. I've got this brown wig on and my forehead looks bigger than Ant McPartlin because I have it so far back. It was ridiculous. But at the time, I was thinking, yeah, girls, clock me.
I'm sick. I'm just trying to think of the time because I remember when Danny left Eagle at the time. How long ago was that?
Oh,
Or give me a year rather than how long ago.
a year. Oh,
Is that like mid 2010s?
Yeah, because I did 7 years at the Eagle, and then I've been left now. Let's go, yeah, around 2010.
That's
2010, 2011. Oh my God, I should remember that. It was the year I got married. Sorry, Matt.
Started my drag career. Yeah, same year I got married.
Happily married.
Can't remember that though. Well done.
Whoopsies.
Quick save. So when it comes to your performance style, like what do you go for? Like, because I think, as I say, when I would come to Eagle for Sunday service, KY Kelly was like this quick wit tongue and just like, just don't piss KY Kelly off because she'll fucking come for you. Yeah. But as a performer,
I always think I'm like the queen of the dance floor, the party queen. I always like, my catchphrase is like Kesha, the party don't start till I walk in. I love doing all the things that are going to get people on the dance floor, and I love the comedy pattern. I remember when I first started, I would script the show, and it was and it was
you
shit.
catch me as an ad lib.
Yeah,
improv.
It was shit, and my husband was like, it's just not working. You're better to feed off the crowd because you don't know from one night to the next who's in the audience. And he set me a challenge one night, and he said, right, go on and do this gig, and under no circumstances do your like fallback patter, as you call it. We've all got it. Still now, you can sometimes use your fallback patter if the audience are a bit dry. And he was like, yeah. Well, they don't call me KY for nothing.
I didn't want to say it.
Yeah, and you know what? It was the best time I ever had because I literally felt free and just chatting to whoever's in the crowd. And
I think that's it though, because like, freedom, because like I'm not restrained. It's not going to be this. You're not going to stress about what the outcome is. It's just, and as you say, different people, like, so like, and especially with the village, like the tourist fucking destination, let's be honest, like getting some random foreigners coming in and you going off on a tangent, I can just imagine it.
Yeah, put it this way, they won't be coming back.
So how did that kind of expand though? Because as I say, like I think you're one of the prolific queens from Manchester. I mean, you think about like, I mean, I remember when we did the RuPaul's Drag Race ambassador auditions, because obviously I did Viv's video, and it was always like I'm part of Manchester hashtag Manchester Queens, and it was, you know, Cheddar Gorgeous, Anaphylactic, all that kind of vibe. But then that's a certain aesthetic.
Yeah.
But I think that you are another key Manchester Queen in that respect. So hashtag Manchester Queen. If you want to be part of that vibe.
I might get that tattooed on me. I love
hashtag Manchester Queen.
Yeah. I've got the Manchester B, so I'll have I have. It's on there somewhere.
It's there somewhere.
Yeah.
Is that like a bit of a reputational thing that's on your head sometimes? Like, we've got to make sure I've got to be good.
Yeah. I love it, and everyone always thinks I'm from Manchester. I'm not. I just like predominantly work in Manchester, and I'm lucky enough to work up and down the country. But obviously, I hold down most of my residencies in Manchester, and I always say Eagle Bar was the making of me. It was literally like my university for drag. I felt like I learned on the job, and then working with some of the most phenomenal queens who then put me forward to other venues, because like venues in London, for example, and Mike Mitchell will be a prime example of this, and look at this now, he pays my mortgage 3 times over. But they won't book what they've not seen.
Right.
So obviously, as we know, to go down to London, it can be quite expensive. You know, when you're first starting out and, you know, like the fees aren't as good.
Yeah.
And, you know, going all the way to London for a £30 gig, hashtag 30 quidder.
Whoa.
I could never.
Is that how you started?
No, absolutely not. It was a fiver. Fiver and a steak bake. I was sold. I was like, keep the fiver. Just give me the steak bake. No, but me working with all of those amazing queens, and then they introduced me to the likes of Mike Mitchell, Jimmy Smith, and Heather at Halfway. And do you know what? Touch wood, it's just worked. And now I just constantly work, and I love that, because you always get like such different audiences from doing a gig in Liverpool, doing a gig in Manchester, Cardiff, and I love meeting people. It's literally like, I treat it as if you're coming into my living room and we're gonna have a good old natter,
which I think is the best kind of vibe.
Because
I think that's people like, oh, like I could go for a pint with it. Well, I don't know if it's a pint's your thing,
well, babe, if it's fucking wet and alcoholic, she'll drink it, as long as there's a Jaeger bomb chaser at the end of it.
Yeah, exactly. But I think that's what people get on with. It's like, oh, like, I feel like I can be a mate.
Yeah,
because that's like drag queens at this day and age are like confidants of the scene, aren't they? Let's be honest. So like, have you found that like across the country? So are you predominantly now a performer when you go to these gigs, or sometimes you do DJs when you go?
No, don't DJ anymore. No.
So it's full
and
performance.
I feel like it's awful because I can't even class myself as a DJ. I don't know what the hell it was, but she was pressing play. Virtual DJ saved my life and paid my rent for a good few months. Yeah. I was like, oh, that song's fading out. Press play on the other one, or just chat a little bit of shit
while you get the next one lined up. Sorted.
But no, just perform now. So yeah, live vocalist and comedy patter,
which has gone very well for you, because you made the jump very, I was going to say very quickly. That might actually do a bit of a disservice, because you've done a lot of fucking work into musical theatre.
No.
And like, so in my brain is obviously you did the tour of Jamie.
Yeah.
How was that?
I absolutely loved it. So musical theatre was my thing before I did drag. So like did a few shows, worked as a male vocalist on cruise ships and such. So I always wanted to incorporate that into my drag, because I think, well, you want to marry your skills up.
Yes.
And then to be able to do musical theatre in drag, I was like, oh my God, this is a dream come true. And to be first cover Hugo as well, I was like, oh my God, I just loved it.
How many times did you cover Hugo?
Oh my God, loads.
Really?
Like, loads. And then the last week, great for me, awful for Kevin Clifton. He was like really ill.
I forgot he was.
So we had John Partridge and Kevin Clifton. Oh, and Darren Day did a little stint with us as well. He is so much fun to work with. He is crackers. He actually dressed up as Santa for us, and we had a rummage through his sack on Christmas Eve. And he gave us a present as well, and it didn't involve cream to get rid of.
Reminder why we don't or do get drag queens on these things.
Yeah. But so Kevin, God bless him, was really ill on the last week. We were in the Curve in Leicester, and that's where the tour was ending. So they were like, right, you're on tonight, night one as Hugo. And then I had a KY gig straight after on the Friday night. Now, when you do Hugo, you end the show with no makeup on.
Right.
So I was
shit.
Yeah. So I had to text Kev and just said, will you be back for Friday? Don't worry if not, I can push the gig back, but I just sort of need to know, because I need a little bit of time to do my face. And he was like, yeah, I'll be back for Friday. He was off all week, came back on the Friday to do that gig, probably just because I was going to do a KY gig. And then he was ill on the very last day as well. He turned up, and because he was so unwell, the producers and everything, they were like, I'm really sorry, you're going to have to go home, because even though it was the last day, obviously, if you're ill, then you can risk spreading through the cast, and you don't know what jobs you're going on to and all that. So then I got to end the whole tour as Hugo as well. So it was a bit bittersweet, because I really got on with Kev very well. But I had the most amazing time.
I need to ask, like, what was it like doing Loco Chanel?
Loved it. Absolutely loved it. And the northern accent.
Yeah.
Well, come in then if you're coming in. Don't just linger like an old nun's fart. I loved it. My opening line.
The best line ever, though.
Yeah. And they were like, we will get somebody to do your makeup. I went, oh, you won't.
No, you won't.
You won't. I mean, it looked nothing like this, because you're getting ready. You got 15 minutes to get from boy to full drag, so you have to like underdress the tights. So the makeup, obviously in theatre, you can do it like quite block and from a distance.
Well, Priscilla, it's a mask.
Yeah. It's a bit like, what do they say in Clueless? Is it Clueless? It's like a full-on Monet. From a distance, it looks amazing. Up close, you're like,
exactly. No, exactly that.
And that's what it would have been like. But for the stage, it was great. I could never have gone out and done a KY gig like that. You're like, girl, I literally like, it's like that reminded me of that advert. Would you start your night like this? The way it ends. Like,
no. Yeah. Fucking won't. Is she in and out of drag? Is Hugo in and out of drag throughout the show? Is it just that one bit when he's doing
that one bit?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So he starts out of drag, then he gets into drag, and then that's him back as Hugo for the rest of the show.
Would you go back to do it? Because I think that's 20th. Is it 20th anniversary?
20th anniversary. Yeah.
Would you go back and do it?
I'd love to do it, but I feel like I've done the drag queen role in it now, and it's not the biggest of roles, but it was great fun. But I would only like to go back in if I was doing a stint as Hugo.
Yes. Well, that's what I mean, yeah.
Oh, yeah, just as Hugo. But the thing is, because they want names now, and I'm going to be a name. I'm going to be on season 8 of Drag Race,
exactly.
bitches.
Did you know?
But when they cast, all the casting's done now, you had to have had a name then ready for the casting.
And this is where, so this is an interesting point. I'm just curious your thoughts, actually. When it comes to certain things at musical theatre, like I get the whole like celeb casting because it gets ticket sales and stuff, but sometimes you think some of the celebrities are a bit...
Yeah, I do. There's a lot of, and I see a lot of it online, like sometimes it's taking away jobs from amazing actors and musical theatre performers who have worked their entire life and trained to give that part to a celebrity who may never have done musical theatre, but because they've got a name. Don't get me wrong, some are absolutely amazing. Others are, well...
Yep.
Yeah.
You see it on the West End of Broadway, I think, the most. It's like, let's just get this big fat name. They can't fucking sing, they can't fucking act, but they'll be able to sell tickets.
What did you just say about me?
Wow. Babe, I've seen you for a long time. I know you'll sell tickets. You'll force them.
You know, absolutely. I'll be there at the stage door. Come on, we got to buy one. We got to buy one. Get one free.
Exactly. We got tickets. Get one fucking now.
Yes.
So obviously, the world's going to be your oyster very shortly, if it wasn't already, but it will be. So is musical theatre like what you always wanted to get into? Like, you know, once you got into drag kind of thing, and, you know, you did the vocalist stuff before, was that like the big dream to get into theatre, or was it something else?
Yeah. As I said, I did theatre. I touched on theatre as a boy before I started drag, and then to be able to marry it up with drag was amazing. I think moving forward after Drag Race, how I want to be seen and what I want to do with that platform is to get into more theatre and be seen as taken seriously as a vocalist, to be fair. So I've got a couple of singles coming out. I've got a full album coming out.
Already sorted?
Already sorted. I've worked so hard since we filmed it, and I just thought, do you know what? It is saying, isn't it, that 5 minutes of fame, you don't know how long it's going to last, and ride the wave. If I'm lucky enough to have a platform like that for however long it might last, then I want to try and run with that. And
it's one of them, it's like obviously you know where you're at in the running order of the season of Drag Race, and it's like, I don't know, and I don't, obviously you're not going to tell me, but where you go, where if you get to the end, whatever, but it's like, as you say, it's what you do with it, and like people can go out in the second week and still have fucking fabulous careers.
Absolutely.
It's what you do with it.
That's what I say, like doing the show is the most amazing experience because it's like you're walking into the TV, but it's the most challenging as well. I think a few of the girls did this. I know something I did, I wrote a diary
throughout the show.
Yeah, because obviously you have your confessionals, but it is a lot. And I always wear my heart on my sleeve. I do suffer quite bad with my mental health and anxiety. And in there, the aftercare is phenomenal. We had a guy called Gareth, and at any point during filming, and even now, once we finish filming, if we want to speak to him, we can just be like, I need to speak to Gareth, and he's on the phone.
That's good.
But it was something my friend Steve actually said to me. He went, write down every night, because then you're getting it off your chest, you're venting. And actually, it's a great thing to look back on, because, you know, like when it just happens so quick and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened like today. And we
imagine
did that.
Even though it's 4 weeks and it's intense, because it's intense, I bet it happened like that.
Yeah.
What did they do? What did they do?
I know. Before we knew it, we were filming the finale.
Oh.
Well, we're all there, aren't we? That's no spoilers, but we're all there.
So curiosity, there's always a running theme when it comes to Drag Race from the American one. Are they on like season 18 or something stupid?
Yeah.
How many times we've auditioned?
3. This was my 3rd time auditioning.
Okay. You are a very big personality, and I think sometimes that is needed.
Yeah, and do you know what I realised as well? Because it's like the cast are phenomenal.
Yeah.
And what I like about this season is there is something for everybody. So when you watch it, and let's face it, the one thing I've always said is you put 12 people in a factory, not everyone's going to get on. We all have different tastes. And if we all like the same thing, life would be really boring. And I do feel the casting team, specifically for season 8, have chef's kiss, because there is literally something for everyone. And amazing queens, and there's it's dramatic, there's rows, it's like you want a few duff moments for EastEnders.
That's what we've missed.
Yeah,
I think that's what we've missed. I think there is an element of like the American season being overproduced.
Yeah.
So with the British one, because obviously we're all British people, we don't give a shit. We just say what we want to say. But I think you need to make sure you've got that element of old, young, and the mixture of experience.
Absolutely. And I've always said, something I was always taught at drama school, if you're going to go for someone or have a little bit of cheeky banter with someone, I give you a little wink. The audience might not know it, but you will have seen that.
You're producing yourself.
Yeah. And then the same as, when us girls are chatting and stuff, there's certain things I've always said, I'm very straight talking, like what's that saying? You don't need a mood ring because KY's got a face. You can see it. And my mum's always said, when you walk into a room, I can tell if you're sad, happy before you've even said anything.
Yeah.
And I just can't sit on things.
Oh, that's the best way to do it.
Yeah. But I would rather air it. And what I really liked about this season from day one of filming, we all sort of said, right, girls, if there's anything that's, getting on your tits, whatever, let's bring it to the table. It doesn't have to be a row, but let's just air it now before, when you're in a really tough environment like that, the slightest thing could piss you off. So just air it now, get it out the way. Like, I don't like that you've got a green muff on your mic type thing. Do you know what I mean? Something daft like that. Yeah. But if I'd not said to you now, by episode 3, when I'm knackered filming, I'd be like, the fucking green muff.
Well, that's it. And I think that's what's really interesting, because I think sometimes when you watch some of these reality shows, it's like it feels like the audience are watching the people on it thinking, are you forgetting that this is a reality TV show?
Yeah.
So the fact that you just went in going like, this is a TV show, let's make the most of it. Yeah. Nothing's personal.
Absolutely. And do you know what? I've noticed that since obviously there's a WhatsApp group chat afterwards.
Has anyone left it?
No. I don't speak a lot in it because there's a few who like the sound of their own voice in there. But I've noticed that people who were maybe a bit, let's call it what it is, a gobshite on the show, are not actually as bad in the group, in the WhatsApp group.
I get you.
Still, to the point of, could make my shit itch a few times.
Kind of like playing to the cameras kind of vibe. For sure. But in a good way, do you know what I mean? Like you say, it's a reality TV show, and you're going to cast people who are going to ruffle a few feathers. Grate each other up.
And going to piss Joe Bloggs off and piss that one off and piss KY off, and woe betide you if you piss KY off. You hear the wrath of my tongue.
So what was it like, I suppose, when you came back to reality after doing it and you're like, okay, I've got to wait several months now for this to actually come on and live the experience?
Yeah, I was knackered.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Knackered. I was finished filming. I got back from filming on the Monday and I was due back to work on the Thursday. And I just thought, you know what? I need to cancel those gigs and just have a minute at home to just sit and think about, wow, what has just happened over the last 4 weeks? And then I went back to work the week after. But the time has just gone. And so I just wanted to get everything in place, because when it does start on the TV, you just don't know if you're going to know your arse from your elbow, as well as gigging as well. And I was like, I'm a girl of a certain age. I want a day off, girl. Do you know what I mean? It's like, when I'm having a day off, I want to sit and watch EastEnders and stuff my face with Chinese.
Well, exactly. So I suppose, as you mentioned a few times, like, we are recording this a good few weeks before the episode goes out, so the announcement already happened and all that kind of thing by the time this goes out. But like, how does it feel like, if it is going to happen the same weekend as Manchester Pride, like, that must be special as well, because it's like,
Manchester Pride has always been special to me. Like, I'm lucky enough to perform at a lot of prides, but
Manchester Village Pride.
Manchester Village Pride. They'll shout to me if I don't. Yes, absolutely. Manchester Village Pride, and it's going to be iconic this year. I do feel it's going to be the best one yet, because it means so much to everybody. But it's always been a favourite of mine. And then to have that, fingers crossed that is when the announcement drops. We got it in our head. We're like, that's
what's been in the past.
Then it's going to be like even more special. Like, I'm really, really excited for this crazy whirlwind opportunity that's coming my way.
And it is literally like, it's as soon as that announcement goes out, and because obviously, let's be honest, Drag Race, even though it's a UK franchise of the show, it's fucking global.
Yeah.
Hey, honest to God, like you see, like, have you ever watched any of the reaction videos to Meet the Queens or whatever? Like,
Yeah.
So you're waiting for that? Like, who's gonna react to me?
I know. Well, my husband is the biggest Drag Race fan ever. Like, you know, you name it, he'll be watching it. Canada, Australia, America. And what was he watching? Was it Ravens or was it Bianca's? You know, where they do like, they rate the outfits.
Oh, like Toot or Boo.
Yeah, and I was sat there stoning some heels. How gay can you get? I was in the conservatory and I could hear him watching it, and I just went in. I went, Matt, do they do that for the UK version? And he burst out laughing and he was like, yeah, they do. And I was like, I won't be watching that.
Yeah, because I remember, because I think they did it for a little bit, and then there was a couple of episodes or seasons, I can't remember, where Viv stepped in a couple of times and was like, oh. So yeah, they do it.
Yeah.
And some of the American ones, because what I find hilarious when some American reactors are reacting to the British ones is they can't understand the word we're saying.
Yeah, for sure.
So I suppose, I guess, like, what you kind of mentioned it already, like you've got stuff ready in place for when the announcement hits.
Yeah.
Like, well, but what are you hoping that it leads to? You did say at the start, like, you know, this is going to be a platform that you can like jump on and shine. But like, what in your head? What does this do for KY Kelly?
I've always wanted to be a drag queen pop star.
Okay.
And not tooting my own horn, I do think I'm a good singer.
And
I like doing all the pop stuff. And then with this album I've recorded, I've made sure, because it's a bit like your first time that you are putting something out to the world to be like, this is what I can do. So I've made sure there's a bit of everything in there, a bit like sort of like a country-ish vibe on one, proper dancey one, middle of the road one, a good fuck off ballad at the end. And I would love for the likes of Joel Corey, MNEK, people like that to be like, ooh, I like a bit of her. I would love her to do vocals on one of our tracks, and that would be like, what?
If MNEK produced you though, like, because they're making a bit of a comeback now, aren't they?
Yeah.
So that'd be camp.
I would love that. Love it.
So we want to be a pop star.
Absolutely.
As KY.
I want to be a 43-year-old pop star. I would say a 43-year-old virgin, but that's more like virgin on insane.
What is your music vibe then? Because you mentioned that like this album that you've put together is a mixture, a eclectic mix. But what is your preferred like genre?
I love a bit of everything. Do you know what I really love? And I don't really get to do it a lot on the gay scene. I love a bit of soul and Motown.
Really?
Yeah, and I was brought up on that. So when my mum was doing like the housework and stuff, and she'd always have like the Motown, like greatest hits on. I love stuff like that. So that would be quite cool, actually, wouldn't it? To maybe do like a modern version of a Motown classic.
She's manifesting.
Yeah.
She's manifesting.
That's just come to me. There we go. That's what we're going to do.
Write that down.
Write it down.
Write that down. And I suppose just because on the musical stuff, because like I feel like when you've got musical theatre in your heart, it never leaves you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there a dream role?
Oh, there's a lot I'd like to do.
And that can be in drag, out of drag.
Yeah. Edna in Hairspray, of course. I'd like to think I'm still a bit young for that, but some people will say, you're a liar.
Saying,
where's that filter?
Season 1.
Yeah. You're right there. Actually, it doesn't have to be in drag. I would like to do things.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I would love to do?
Go on.
Get in a soap.
And actually as a character, Viv did a little stint in Emmerdale for their Pride. Lavoie's doing one for EastEnders for Pride.
And she was in Go Ed. Oh, Viv, wasn't she?
She was in Go Ed. She was, yes. She was doing a little bit of right TV-wise. But yeah, so we'd rather be like, I want to be a character.
Yeah, I'd like to be a character.
Would I mean
Corrie or EastEnders.
Or
if I went into EastEnders, actually, or Emmerdale, I always
like
think...
to be on a farm.
Well, you know... what was that program years ago? If I have to go wank off a pig to get to where I need to be. What was her name again?
I have no idea.
She had the affair with David Beckham. Rebecca Luce. Oh, I thought she said Luce. What's that? Rebecca Luce. Not remember her.
No.
Google it, kids. There we go.
See what comes up.
Let me look at your search history.
Was because obviously between Corrie, Emmerdale and EastEnders, they're very different vibes.
Yeah, I would love to be one of the Slaters if I was in EastEnders. Okay. Definitely, you want to be one of the Dingles, don't you?
Yeah.
And mind you, because I know you've got Aaron, who's gay, in the Dingles, but he's like serving...
Rough and ready.
Oh, God, yeah, you would, wouldn't you?
You would.
Can you imagine, though, going in as like a flamboyant Dingle? How would Kane deal with that?
How would they all deal with that? Like,
and be like, come on, girls, we're just doing a quick KY gig down the Woolly.
So that's the thing though, is like if you went in as a character, would it be like, can we think of another drag name? Because you can't use your drag name.
Can't use mine.
Because she's already a character. She's established. I'm not
what would we call it? Betty Swallocks? No? That not work for Emmerdale? Do you need that past the watershed?
I was going to say, watershed might have an issue with that, but Jesus Christ. But I'm conscious of time because I feel like I could talk to you for fucking ages. I do love it, but I have a half an hour stint. That's my thing. We could talk for a good hour, but
it means I can come back on.
It does.
Yeah.
I haven't done a repeat guest yet, but we can get there.
There we go.
No, I've really enjoyed it, and I've really, you know what, I appreciate the fact that, you know, we've done little snippets of little things that we probably shouldn't have talked about, but we have because we don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Because it will go up by the time it's gone out. But yeah, if people want to find you, which if they haven't fucking know where you are, they've been living under a rock.
I know.
Where can they find you?
I'm on all social media platforms at KY Kelly Official, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Are you still on Twitter?
I know. I don't use Twitter. I never post on it. I just like to use Twitter for...
stalking. Oh, I know exactly what you want to use it for.
Let's call it some adult content. And I learned a very hard lesson to not open that Twitter on public transport, coming back from a gig from London. And I was like, wow. Yeah. Getting some funny looks from some of the wives.
See, when you have those videos, when like someone plays a video and it goes, oh, really loud, you're just getting the real thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I was like, excuse me while I just nip to the toilet.
So I'm hoping, obviously, you're doing a gig in Manchester tonight at time of record. I'm hoping by the time this goes out, though, you are going national and global and doing shit and amazing things because you deserve it, babe.
Thank you. Thank you. I feel like as everyone has, I've worked so hard over the years, and you do the shitty little gigs like the working men's clubs. You get changed in a bloody toilet and all this. And, you know, something my mum always said to me, she went, good things are going to come to you later in life. Yeah. And I'm quite pleased that I did it later in life because it is a big pressure to film Drag Race. And I think being older, I sort of tackled it a bit better.
Yeah, because you had like obviously your headspace of like, this is what this is.
Yeah.
Whereas the young ones are like, hey!
Yeah, it is a lot. I found it a lot. So, you know, like some of the younger cast members must have, you know, really.
Well, yeah, because they've got their head screwed on.
You said that, not me.
Hey, one of them was one of my mates, so I can say that, to be fair, because they haven't got their head fucking screwed on. But no, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Thank you for sorting out the Brewers as well. Thank you, Brewers. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, KY.
Thank you, darling.
You've been sick, and enjoy your gig tonight.
I shall. Mwah. See you soon.
Thank you for listening to Proudly Said. If you enjoyed this episode and want to hear more, check out the rest of our episodes where you listen to your podcasts. If you want to support the podcast and keep this conversation going, consider joining The Front Row, our exclusive membership program for less than £3 a month, where you get exclusive access and so much more. Check out our website for more information, proudlysaid.co.uk.